I then hit play, and it starts with the doom 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 doom, and I was like, I know this tune, and I use my point of reference to be like, this is a song that Beyonce sampled on the Renaissance album called Summer Renaissance. All I said, all I said. At no point did I say, yo, this, the only way that this song was known by anybody because Queen Bee came and made it a big tune. I wasn't like, oh, Beyonce does, doo-doos all over Donna Summer. Donna Summer who? Like, there was none of that. There was literally not a piece of that. Not even a little bit of that. So, imagine my shock, yeah, when on TikTok, I don't think I've seen it on YouTube, but on TikTok, I've had people that have gone like, Beyonce is nothing. Sorry. I have to laugh here because it's just so odd. What going on, people, thems? So this is just a short video, really, but I'm a bit baffled. I'm a bit baffled, peeps. I'm a bit baffled. So there's two things here, right? So this video is going to be talking about Beyonce and Meghan Markle, right? But not in the way that you think. So I posted a video. Oops. I posted a reaction, yeah, to Donna Summer's "I Feel Love," right? So what I do with my videos is I tend to kind of like post it to YouTube, but then I'll have like bits of it that I post to like TikTok and Instagram, and as a way to kind of help people find my channel, to the main reaction, but also to have like some kind of presence on these platforms. But they're very much growing. Anyway, this Donna Summer one, I was like, oh. Donna Summer is someone that's been on the radar because of Barbra Streisand. And I was like, a lot of the Barbra Streisand fans were like, oh, Donna Summer's amazing. Then we did, I reacted to Enough is Enough is Enough. I want you out. I want you out. So we reacted to that. Amazing tune. And I was like, right, must get onto some Donna Summer. But when I was picking the song, I didn't know which song to pick because like, I don't know Donna Summer like that. So I just picked the first song that came up, and it said "I Feel Love," and I didn't recognize it by the name. So I then hit play, and it starts with the doom 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 doom, and I was like, I know this tune, and I use my point of reference to be like, this is a song that Beyonce sampled on the Renaissance album called Summer Renaissance. All I said. All I said. At no point did I say, yo, the only way that this song was known by anybody because Queen Bee came and made it a big tune. I wasn't like, oh, Beyonce does, doo-doos all over Donna Summer. Donna Summer who? Like, there was none of that. There was literally not a piece of that. Not even a little bit of that. So, imagine my shock, yeah, when on TikTok, I don't think I've seen it on YouTube, but on TikTok, I've had people that have gone like, Beyonce is nothing. Sorry. I have to laugh here because it's just so it's just so odd. Beyonce is nothing in comparison to Donna Summer. The Beyonce is garbage. You don't put Beyonce's name anywhere near Donna. Are you okay? are you are you actually all right? Like, look. Anybody that knows that, like, if you've been on my channel for a while, yeah, will know that I am a staunch Beyonce fan. So I'm a ride or die. Do you know what I mean? But I'm big enough to also be critical when there's things I need to be critical of. Do you know what I mean? Because you don't, like, just because you enjoy someone as a performer doesn't mean that you just blindly follow them like over. Do you know what I mean? You don't. Well, if that is you, you do you. That's just not me. And if I had done a Beyonce video and had said that, oh, this song is so much better than the original, whoever that was, or something like that, I could absolutely understand someone saying, excuse you, Beyonce, because then, I've expressed my opinion and almost like, I guess, attacked, insulted, kind of relegated like your musical fandom or whatever. I could understand that because I've kind of come at you. I've sent for you, but no one didn't send for you. Nobody sent for you. So I'm like, so at the first couple, I was like, oh cool, because I was honestly baffled. I'm like, well, at least you're sharing your opinion. Cool, like, okay. And I saw this other guy that was just like, you know, she's nothing in comparison. I was like, look, let's not be fighting here in the comments yet. Let's not be doing that, because there's not. You know what I mean? But okay. And then there's just more and more and more and more, and it's almost become a point now where I'm like, because I genuinely don't have the time to respond to everyone's comments and stuff. But for this in particular, I'm like, do you know what? I'll make the time, because what are you doing? What's the matter with you?
That's weird.
What is the matter? Like, as I said, man, the internet is free, so by all means, express your opinion. I'm doing the same, but no one asked you that. That's like me going onto a Taylor Swift, or a Celine Dion video, or a Tina Turner video that no one sent me to go and look for, yeah. And someone just happens to mention Lady Gaga, or you know, happens to mention Kalani, or I don't know, Fozia, or any other artist, Lauryn Hill, and me then going, oh, Celine Dion would do all over Lauryn Hill. Did anybody ask that question? I just find it really, really weird. So the reason I'm bringing it up is I just find it odd that people like genuinely spend their time online going for like things that they don't enjoy, or going after things that, like, I couldn't tell you the last time that I went online, had the time even to go and comment on something that I don't like, or even to, again, it's different if someone has said something that makes me go, oh, I don't agree with that. Do you know what I mean? Like, but when someone hasn't even, sorry, I got something in my eye. When someone hasn't even asked that question or posed that as a situation, where are you coming from? Like, you know what it says to me? It says to me that someone is a very, very just upset individual, that someone can just be look, because remember, I don't know much about Donna Summer. So I'm like, this is really cool. I'm really looking forward to kind of like, you know, delving into Donna Summer and finding out more about her and stuff. So I've got an interest of someone that wasn't of that generation. Why would you then come and decide that what you want to do is stifle out, stifle out what joy I'm having on my video by telling me that someone that I like and I enjoy is garbage? Sorry, do you know what I mean? I just think it's just a bit weird. It's just a bit weird. I just find it a bit weird. So I was like, do you know what? I'm gonna screenshot some of these. I'm gonna share it on the video. So that was a bit weird. And then like I don't know how this happened, yeah, but I happened to be looking for something on TikTok. Like, so my mum is a massive Meghan Markle fan. Like, loves Meghan Markle, loves Harry. And me too, to be fair. I've got a lot of time for Meghan, a lot of time for Harry. Obviously don't know them personally, but from what I've seen, like, you know, that she gets a lot of, like, I don't think I've ever seen anyone be so hated. I know Beyonce gets a lot of hate as well. A lot of hate. And it always just makes me go, but okay, the things that you're hating this person for, like, how many things are you like, you know, if we're going to stack up like what they've done for society, what they've done for people or whatever, like, if you were to compare that with the average person who sat behind the keyboard talking about how they're this and they're that and they're controlling and she's wicked and I'm not, but do you know her? When did you, like, did I miss something? Are you part of the gardening team? Like, how do you know this person? So that to me is already weird. But anyway, so I'm looking for something, and the Invictus Games come up, for whatever reason, and Meghan and Harry, but mainly Meghan, there's just like, again, I took some screenshots of it because I was like, I didn't even mean to come onto anything Meghan or Harry related, like, not at all, but it would just post.
This video where Meghan Markle nudges Prince Harry with her elbow before kissing another guy is going viral on social media, and Harry's facial reaction says it all. Maybe Meghan thought we wouldn't notice, but we did. Notice that after the kiss, she touched Harry's arm and he discreetly moved away. It's as if Meghan was manipulating the whole situation.
After post.
Hey everyone, so I wanted to give you this little video to show this again because I stupidly left my logo right in the corner where her face was. But you can see this here. I've screen grabbed this moment here And this is the moment where she knows she's not going up on stage. So this is where she's grabbed him and he pulls away. And there is a moment. And then when she looks to the camera, she decides to save face. But they were definitely giving her side eye. And I think Vanessa doesn't even clap. She is properly. So yeah, and in a minute, what you're going to see is where they were heckled at the end. And Harry giving this blowout here. This is a release of anxiety. So either feeling very anxious about getting up on stage or what just Meghan has just done.
After post.
To me, this was the most revealing and cringy moment of the documentary.
And he's like, oh, my grandmother's there. She's going to be there after church. And I remember in the car and driving up, and he's, you know how to curtsy, right?
Right, because it's a 1,000-year-old tradition, right?
And I just thought it was a joke.
No, nobody would think that was a joke. That is not reasonable. This is a big deal.
I mean, Americans will understand this. We have
no, we don't.
Times, dinner and tournament. It was like that. Like I curtsied as though
this is horrific. Look at his face. Look at poor Harry's face. He is mortified right now. She is making fun of. This is just utter disrespect. This is why people hate her.
After post.
Just can't quite see his face.
Then, just 3 days on.
Notice how when they ask to see him, she brings her hand up to cover his face, and that's when Harry brings his thumb up and presses down really hard onto this doll, I'm sorry, but it is, to activate, I believe, the breathing mechanism.
After post.
In a highly anticipated joint visit to Colombia, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, Prince Harry and Meghan Markle, found themselves at the centre of a controversy that has once again highlighted the power dynamics within their relationship. The couple's interactions during their engagement at a local school in Bogotá were marked by tension and frustration, with Harry seemingly growing increasingly agitated as Meghan took the lead and spoke before him to the gathered schoolchildren. A lip-reading expert has claimed that Harry was heard saying, "Let me talk," to Meghan, suggesting that he was frustrated by her interrupting him and speaking first. This incident has reignited the ongoing debate about Meghan's perceived dominance over her husband and her tendency to overshadow him in public settings.
I've just hate and dislike, and I'm like, someone has actually taken the time, like this whole page, because there was nothing positive on this page at all. They're taking the time that what they want to do with their time on this planet is to talk about how much they hate someone. Now, don't get me wrong, yeah, I react to stuff. That's my job. That's what I do, right? So something comes before me and I give my opinion. But even like things like Married at First Sight, where there are there are people on that show that like I was just not a fan of in terms of how they've behaved. Like I made it very clear that I wasn't a fan of their behaviour. But I also made it very clear that I didn't know them personally. So how they've come across in terms of what I've seen here is what I'm giving my opinion on. But people are talking like literally that Meghan come doo-doo on their doorstep and smash their dog's face in it. Like, what is the problem? Like, it just literally blew my mind. So what that then like made me decide to do is, I just want to be someone that wants to put something out there that's positive. Now, I'm going to react to her show, which I don't know whether it's going to be my cup of tea because I think it's all like lifestyle stuff, which is not something I'm really into. But like, I just want to see what it is that everyone is just hating on. And to be honest as well, because my mum's a baker. Well, she just hung up her apron. And she baked a cake for her birthday, like this lemon honey drizzle cake, raspberry thing that was on this show. And it was like, honestly, it was delicious. It was so nice. Like I even, because I'm trying to like get fit and healthy I'm going to Ibiza for my friend's stag do in June, which, you know, we're in March. It ain't a lot of time, man, to be getting into shape and that. So I'm trying not to eat them kind of things, yeah. Tell me what I've had. And I'm not even talking, so basically, she's cut up the cake now, yeah. Because I've said, look, okay, I don't want no more cake because I can't eat no more cake. I've got somewhere I'm not eating no more cake. So she's cut up the cake and put it in the freezer. Why have I gone down, yeah, like to the freezer, take out the foil with the spoon? Sometimes I'm not even waiting for it to thaw out good. Yeah, I'm yamming up the cake. The cake is delicious. It's so nice. And I eat a lot of cake, so I know about cake. And like, just because she put that cake onto Twitter, I mean, I don't like Twitter anyway. I think it's an absolute cesspool hosted by some. Anyway, let's not go there. But like people, like a lot of people like it. But then other people were just so incensed by the fact that she had done anything that was related to Meghan Markle that they couldn't They definitely didn't want to wish her no happy birthday. I was very quick to be like, it looks stodgy, it looks dry, like you're what else did they say? You're get a life. Now look, I've had a few comments on my YouTube channel over the years, yeah, that made me go, a different Luke at a different time would have something to say to you, ma'am. But I'm a lot better at that because realistically, like who actually cares? But you see when it's your loved one though.
Don't you ever talk about my mother that way.
It's a little bit different because I don't know, man, but listen, I just saw all kinds of red and I'm like, you're gonna come for my mum and her cake on her birthday? I think not. I think not. So, you know, I ended up being just like, mate, you are like genuinely really like, what is the matter with you? Like, what is the matter with you? Like, don't get me wrong, yeah. I understand that like it's freedom of expression and you're entitled to say whatever you want, but like, why would you choose to spend your time attempting to just dampen someone else's joy? Like, why? And then it just dawns on me that like there are people out there that are just either devoid of a certain level of humanity for their fellow person, or they're just very sad people because there's not. Look, I may not have the best of everything. I may not have the most of everything. Like I still ain't got my yacht yet. Do you know what I mean? Like we're working people. But even with the little that I do have, like I would never dream, yeah, of trying to dampen someone else's joy. Like what for? What for? The world has got so many crazy things going on in it. Like why do you want to spend your time like trying to upset someone? That's the thing I couldn't understand. I'm like, why are you trying to? Because there was one interaction, because my mum's a lot better than me. Like she's very polite. Because I was like, do you see what you just said about your cake? I'm like, and she's like, oh, you know, just killing with kindness. And I could see that, like, even though my mum had continued to be like, it's cool, they'd continued to try and like get a rise out of it, and I'm like, so you weren't content to just thumb out your toxic bile anyway. You wanted to continue coming for that and continue saying those things. Like what? Like genuinely, what is the matter with people? It's always been the thing that I thought about when I started doing my channel. Like, do I ever want to put myself in a situation where you're opening up yourself to people? And I've been very, very lucky, touch wood, that in the time that I've been here, that it hasn't really been that crazy. And I just often think like, wow, if that was me, like, and I had to deal with so many people just throwing hate at me for absolutely no reason. Like, people are upset here because Meghan's decided she wants to bake a bit. I want to bake a little bit. So, I mean, I want to bake a little bit. I want to do some pasta or whatever for what I'm hearing on the show. Like, they're upset. Like, they're going out their way to be like, oh, you know, you've taken this from there and now you're not sustaining this and all your recipes are dry. Like, people are just so bad mind. So bad mind. So, I've decided that actually, throughout all of that, I'm gonna react to this show and obviously I'm gonna be honest about what, you know, about what I've seen, and give my honest opinion. Like, but I've got a sneaking suspicion that someone that's quite joyful, that's just potting around their kitchen doing things that they enjoy, is probably going to be a nice little breakaway from some of the absolute car crash reality that is our life on the planet. So I think I'm probably going to enjoy it, I think. But we'll see when we get there, because some of it may be dry, I don't know. But, you know, I'm not going to go, you know, ipso facto, that because she is a duchess that dared to, you know, call out some bad behaviour that she went through, that everything she does now has got to be poisoned and terrible and toxic. I just don't abide by that. And I think, like, you know, living in a world where we have to be absolutes is crazy to me. Like, so this person can never do anything good in their life ever again, ever. They're just condemned to a life of no light, no success, no anything. You don't get nothing. I just find that really weird. Really, really weird. So if there's any message that I can send to you today is, yo, just living your joy. I mean, if your joy is genuinely like trying to upset people and, you know, trying to like just upset their day, like I would say just have it, just give your head a wobble, man. Like, what is it? Like, what is broken in you? Because I tell you something now, when I'm all kinds of joyful, I'm not thinking about any sadness anywhere for anyone. Like, if anything, come join me being happy. Like, why? What is it about your existence that's making you want to just be all just miserable, man? Like, come on. Like, life's hard enough. Like, don't make it harder. Anyway, so I just thought I'd share that because I just thought it was absolutely crazy. And like I said, it makes me laugh, yeah. It do really... Oh dear. I just have to laugh now. Like someone said about Beyonce and Donna Summer. They were like, Beyonce will never be Donna Summer. I'm like, oh no, she won't because she's Beyonce. What are you even talking about? Anyway, anyway. That's just me sharing my opinion with y'all. But yeah, I'd love to know what you guys' thoughts are. Like I don't know, should people just put up and shut up and, you know, just let the bad vibes like come on through, like, you know, or, you know, should these people be called out a little bit from time to time? Like, actually, miserable one cone unicorn 5, like, chill out. Chill out. Anyway, I'd love to know what your thoughts are on this. If you did enjoy this reaction, then please do drop me a like and subscribe. That'd be great. Or feel free to be bad mind and do what the other you do you, boo. You do you. I've said what I've said. But if you did enjoy this, I would definitely enjoy it. The like and subscribe as well. And if you do want access to my reactions before they come to YouTube, then please drop me then please head to my Patreon, which is a great way to help support the channel. And I'd be really grateful. I would. But yeah, for now, thank you for watching, and I hope to see you on the next one.